Good morning from the mango farm. This is Muriel from Costa Rica, from the Sunshine family. Today talking about Spanish in Costa Rica, learning Spanish in Costa Rica, best ways to learn Spanish in Costa Rica. And I'm gonna talk about the question, frequently asked question, do you have to learn Spanish and speak Spanish when you travel through Costa Rica, when you live in Costa Rica? Muriel, how does that work for you? So that is what I will be talking about today. I'm excited. It is morning. I just brought my son to tutoring class, so I have a couple of hours for myself dedicated to serve more info in this video. And before I'm gonna dive right in, I'm gonna ask you consider to subscribe to my channel with that little icon you see. Then tap the bell icon to get a notification every time I upload a new video, and that will always be related to Costa Rica, living in Costa Rica. And if you're new to this channel and you never met me before, well, welcome. Probably you were searching for specific information about Costa Rica, and who am I to share that with you? Well, I'm nothing special in a way that I'm not the Costa Rica expert, but I learned a lot along my way while living here since 2018 with my husband Dirk, two growing up kids. We left the Netherlands, exchanged it thanks to our online business. We already work online full-time since 2014, and yeah, we basically closed our laptops back in the Netherlands and opened them up here in Costa Rica. It has been the most exciting adventure ever. So for more information about my online business model and to discover if that can serve you, go ahead and scroll to the description below my video to find more information. There are some books, some links to click on and to follow. So Spanish in Costa Rica. Muriel, how is your Spanish? That is a frequently asked question. Let me touch on a funny story to explain how everything is going here according to Spanish. So before we moved to Costa Rica, I've always had this big dream to live in a Spanish-speaking country in order to learn the language, to basically while living somewhere naturally master a new language. I've always felt attracted to the language Spanish. I've been many times to Spain as a Dutch person. Spain was one of my most favorite vacation destinations, and I've been many times to Barcelona and Sevilla and the south of Spain, and I've been there, and I always thought that would be so cool to learn how to speak Spanish. So that was years and years ago before we started the family, and then life got in the way. But when we start to dream again, as digital nomads, having location freedom to choose the location where we want to live, Costa Rica came on our radar, and I had the awareness again, like, that's so cool, because now I'm gonna learn how to speak Spanish just by living there. Well, funny, because I really saw that as a realistic way, but it is really a myth for me. I don't speak fluent Spanish still, although I live here for 2.5 years. I'm not saying I'm proud of it, because I'm not saying that I'm not willing to learn. If you drop me here, I can survive with hands and feet and with some basic Spanish, and I will always start a conversation in Spanish. I will always introduce myself in Spanish. I always, show people that I am practicing. And in restaurants, I don't order in English. I always start in Spanish. But it's funny, of course, when people start to speak back, I'm like, oh, I can't really follow. So yeah. Here's the story, here's the thing, and I found out that many others have that, especially adults. Children learn really fast a new language overall, especially when they go to school, right? When they have a lot of communication with others, with teachers, with other students, they play in their new language. It's just embedded in their life. So what we have seen in the first 1.5 years after moving to Costa Rica, so we came here in August, September 2018. Our kids started the same week at their new school. It was an expat school, bilingual, English, Spanish, and they started to dive deep in getting education in English and Spanish. So our youngest learned 2 new languages. Actually, he mastered English within the year, and Sam mastered already English when she came here, and she mastered Spanish within her first year. The moment that our youngest started to learn about, how to speak Spanish, like, because now he's mastering English, we speak Dutch at home, so it was 2 languages for him at the same time. COVID happened, so the moment that he was just getting into the Spanish and getting a flow in that, we started to switch into online schooling, and that stopped having the interactions here on the local school, because it is an English speaking school system that I enrolled them in. So this is basically the key of my whole point. Actually, my whole point is this: if you do not put effort in learning a language in general, it doesn't just happen that you wake up and you speak fluid another language, or not just even a bit. What I found out is that a lot of long-term expats, people who live here for 10 years, they have the same. They don't really master Spanish if they don't really practice enough. Why is that? Is that because they're unwilling to learn? No, it's because overall their work is in English. For example, the lady who does my hair, she's from the United States. They live here for many, many years, and her English is not fluid because the most customers she's having, she communicates in English with. It's the same for me. I'm a digital nomad. My online business, for my online business, I use English, not Dutch, not Spanish, English. So I just speak English most. So that's the thing. And I started to feel bad about it. And again, I'm not saying I will be not learning English. I just need to find a way to make time for it, to get a teacher, or to do Duolingo consistently. I know that friends of mine, they mastered Spanish pretty well, even with the free version of Duolingo. So I'm not saying I'm not willing to learn Spanish. I'm just saying I need to find and create the time to dive on growing my grammar, growing my words. I don't have so many words that I know in Spanish. So here's the thing. It's going to be hard when you don't know the words. You have to practice. You have to study. You have to learn. So, and this is what I saw and heard back from others, that before they really took time for it, they didn't really know any Spanish. So it's really coming down to whatever do you put in. So yeah, let me just dive right in. Now I'm rambling on anyways about everything, how that was for me. So what is my advice? Well, I'm not saying, first of all, that you need to master Spanish before you move to Costa Rica. I didn't know any word except for sí and no when I came here, right? So you can really survive easily and live an awesome life without speaking any word of Spanish. What I'm just saying is that you get closer to the people here, and it's important to be able to work with Spanish at, when you're buying a house, when you have to deal with people here, digging a well, renting a house, going to the municipality. I don't know, even just being in the shop at the corner or in your area, being able to just have a little conversation with people, it's always better, right? I think it grows the quality of life when you're able to communicate with your fellow people, right, that you have around you. I'm just saying that I believe the best way to learning Spanish in Costa Rica is to speak Spanish with people in Costa Rica. Spanish in Costa Rica sounds different than Argentina Spanish. It sounds different than Spanish. It sounds different than other types of Spanish. It's just a fact. So yeah, practice and don't be afraid to make mistakes. The thing is, I'm so not afraid to make mistakes that I'm hanging in that surviving state of speaking Spanish, that I don't care if people find me weird, that I'm just make animal sounds when I cannot come up with a word for, I don't know, cow or dog or cat. So yeah, it's over the top for myself. Enough is enough. I need to start consistently practice Spanish. It's just a fact. So yeah, here's my tips on the best ways. Consistency. You have to make time. You can take a tutor or a teacher, and everything you learn, just practice, just implement it. So yesterday I was learning how to just introduce myself, which I always did incorrectly. I always said, yo soy Muriel, and it's actually soy Muriel, mucho gusto, nice to meet you. My name is Muriel. And I was like, I always said yo soy. Oh my goodness, you know, it's just laziness. If it's really important to you, you have to take effort, and that's it for everything, right? So the clue of my story is, you will not wake up a specific moment while living in Costa Rica speaking Spanish. It doesn't work that way. Perhaps when you're a child and you have a lot of friends who speak Spanish, kids are super flexible. They have this magical button for learning new languages. But if you're not a child anymore, it's not gonna work that way. I know people who start to finally get it in Spanish, to finally get in the flow of understanding and a little bit speaking after 4 or 5 years. It's quite common. If you do not put effort in it, it can take that long or even never happen at all. So my advice, although I haven't done it myself, so I'm gonna be super, super transparent. I'm not gonna pretend that I am doing everything according to how I believe it's best, but I believe that you will do, I think it's best to practice and to study words in Spanish and to just practice little conversations while you're on the bus, while you're at the ferry, while you're in the shop, while you're at the, I don't know where. Just have a conversation with people and learn how to ask questions, and then take it from there, and well, that's my point of view. I think it's weird to say, I don't want to learn Spanish. I think that's personal. I've traveled a lot. In every country that we traveled, I dove in a couple of basic sentences like good morning, good afternoon, or, you know, introducing yourself, being able to show people that you respect their country, respect their language. Of course, if you don't speak it perfectly, I think you can walk away with that, right? People here are very open and very friendly. They will never just be unkind if your Spanish is not perfect, but everyone would appreciate it. I think it makes sense that others will appreciate it when you can speak a couple of words, and it's easier. Life in Costa Rica is easier when you speak the language. So yes, it's worth it learning Spanish. No, you don't need to be able to speak Spanish to live a cool life here, but definitely, who's taking the challenge with me to learn how to speak Spanish? How about that? Yes, I'm just saying that out loud. Let me hear from you in the comments below. Or if you have any good advice, let me know. No promotions, please, in the comments below for teachers and courses and stuff. But if you have anything to add to my video, let me know. And I think this is about it, about the content for today. So don't take not speaking Spanish as a reason not to plan your move. That is the stupidest reason not to come, because I couldn't speak Spanish when I moved here. And most people I know, when they moved here, they couldn't speak a word Spanish. So that would be just a dumb reason not to move to Costa Rica. By the way, I wrote a book, 7 Steps to Move to Costa Rica. You can order it by clicking the link in the comments. And yeah, with that being said, that was my video for today. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Give me your thumbs up if you think I deserve it. Share my video if you think others can benefit from it. And looking forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye for now.